And here we go.
This is not the 200th episode, but yay.
You never know. Yeah, it could be. Hey. Welcome. Hello. Welcome, everybody, to Spotfest. JJ Brownlee, Jamie Faulkner, coming back at you. We'll give a big shout out to our boy, Austin Reddick, who is currently sweating his everything off right now in 100-degree temperature in Wichita with no air conditioning. So RIP, about 15 pounds for Austin Reddick, I think.
Yeah, I feel bad for him, man. Like, because today I let my dogs out around 5-ish after I got off work. Who?
Oh, shit.
But anyway, like I get out there and it's like I could cut the freaking air with a knife. It's so damn thick. Ridiculous, man. Ridiculous.
It is definitely the dog days of summer for sure, but we're here because we're cool. Okay, I can't do. I'm sorry. That was I couldn't even finish it. That was too bad. I'm sorry. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for joining us. We do appreciate you guys giving us some of your time. Like Jamie just said, smash it, smash like button. Helps out quite a bit. If it's your first time here, hello, welcome. We'd love to have you back. Subscribe, hit the bell, and know when we go live. Smash, people smash. I just sent you a number, Jamie. Sorry, I totally forgot.
I know. I got it. I know. Done one.
We were talking about Jamie's getting ready. Jamie's gearing up because it's that time of year. Yes, it's the dog days of summer. Kids are going back to school soon, but it's also almost fantasy football time.
Football season. And ladies and gentlemen, not to toot my own horn, but toot effing toot. I'm a pretty good fantasy football player. I am a nerd on stats and everything. That's probably why I'm also a decent poker player, because like I just dig stats and forecasting and things like that and variables and whatnot.
Jamie likes that data. That's why he does it work too.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to this year. So if you guys need any kind of fantasy football advice, we can bring it up on the chat. I don't even care. Yeah.
He would actually.
And for the record too, I want to make sure everybody hears this. For the record, I don't pick Chief players.
Like at all?
Well, unless I have a chance to get Mahomes or Kelsey, or like back in the day, Tyreek, I would never touch one because I would be getting it with my heart instead of my head. So I had a no Chief rule for the longest of time.
I hear you.
And then, I mean, now it's kind of all bets are off a little bit because they also have a good kicker. But yeah, I typically don't do Chief players. But if you want a Chief player sleeper, Justin Ross.
There you go. Fantasy football tip of the week, ladies and gentlemen. I was late to the party in fantasy football. I played for a little bit. It's interesting. First season that I played came in second.
There you go. That's
third
beginner's luck.
And then I played another one, did find middle of the pack, and then I did 2 leagues that next year. But that third league I won. So in a matter of like my first 3 run throughs, I got a first, a second, and but that one that I won with, I ended up getting. It was the year that Steelers had that offense that was just on all cylinders. When it's like peak Antonio Brown, like Triple B, Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell, and I had, but they had Martavis Bryant, whatever, before he went.
The 1 year he had good.
Yeah, the 1 year I was like, dude, everybody's gonna be looking at like double, triple teaming him. This tall guy, he's gonna. And I was like, oh, you just picked a Steeler, and I go, whatever. Got me like 50 points every week. It was fantastic. But this isn't a fantasy football podcast. Maybe we'll do that. Let's talk about a little bit of wrestling, shall we?
I am in. There is a lot of wrestling to talk about. How about effing Collision, dude?
I love some Collision, dude. I love Collision.
Don't be sleeping on it. Like, at first I was like, whatever, and like I'm glued. Like I'm glued. Like I had a rare Saturday night off. I watched it live. Like I had nothing better to do. Oh wait, Collision's on, and just like watch the whole damn thing.
I mean, and start the show with the Andrade mask on a stick, or the
I know your favorite type of match.
No, but I'm trying. It wasn't though. It was the ladder match. It's just the prize was the mask. And woo! I don't want to say steal the show because there was like 4 solid matches on a 5-match card. But man,
I mean, if it wasn't for the main event, I would call that the match of the night. That main event though between FTR and Adam Cole and MJF was absolutely amazing. It was yet again FTR's second to none. Fight me on it.
MJF's a true star. Adam Cole's one of the best wrestlers in the world. That match had everything. But man, that ladder match. I mean, Julia Hart was fantastic in that match.
Jesus.
Buddy is just Buddy has always been, underappreciated, I felt.
Yeah, and I think he's finally starting to get his flowers because like the fans love him, but like promoters didn't. Like either he's terrible backstage or I don't know. Like I guess they don't see the potential in a guy who's thick as he is and who can move like him. Like I've heard Pac is kind of an a-hole behind Pac's kind of an a-hole behind
Yeah,
scenes.
I've heard that. Yeah.
Makes sense. Never heard a peep about Buddy at all. And here he is, it's like a stud. From what the little bit that I've gathered, Buddy's just kind of a quiet nerd, just kind of keeps himself, right? I think that's it. He doesn't, I don't get it, but man, that match was great. They had a decent women's match. We got to see Kiera Hogan and Mercedes Martinez. It's like, how about that?
Out of nowhere. Mercedes.
After the backlash that they got after Wednesday night, like, I'm not going to say they've totally redeemed themselves. That's not even, no. But they have got off to a good start with this match and the match that was on Dynamite that I'm dying to talk about.
I can't wait to get to that. The only other thing, 2 other things about Collision that tie in to Dynamite. So we can rope them in, talk about the Real World Championship and the post kind of like tag match, or do you want to talk about them ahead of time?
Yeah. So how do you feel about this Real World Championship? Like, are we on MTV?
I feel many different ways about this. It's like the whole WWE Universal title, World title. We don't need 2 top titles. I feel like that's what they're doing with this to appease CM Punk.
I think it's just so CM Punk feels relevant. I think that's all it is. And the thing is he doesn't need it because he's doing fine without it. Like you can have this main feud between him and Ricky without that. Like, and it'll still sell without a fake piece of metal. Like, whatever. Like, I get it that it got taken away from him because he got a little stupid, or a lot stupid. But I don't know, man.
I mean, he can go after Max when the time is right, and do it because he wants that belt back because he never lost it. He doesn't need a belt to prove that he never lost it and bitch at Max at the same time. It's redundant, Plus, he pulls out the spray paint and does the whole NWO bullshit. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Okay, as a diehard NWO fan, as part of the Faulkner World Order, that pissed me off a little bit. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm like, okay, we got the Outcasts using green spray paint on girls, which I'm fine with because it's on girls, not a title.
And it's the way that they do it too. He's like,
yeah. Cool. It's like, okay, I know you want to be Hulk Hogan so damn bad, but like, he doesn't even go here. Okay, like that's not even a thing. Like, it's like a completely like missed piece of the puzzle there. It's just, I don't know. It really, really got under my skin that he did that. Like, I don't know why. Typically, I'll let that kind of stuff go, but I was just like, okay, Punk, you've already kind of pissed me off a little bit, and this stuff is just like, okay, I'm done with you now.
And if they're doing it to make us pissed off at him, fine. But then they reel it back and they bring Ricky out to be the heel in this, and it's like, well, neither of these guys are face or heel. And I'm sorry, I understand tweeners post Stone Cold and Attitude Era. Everybody's a tweener, whatever. But Come on.
I love it. I love everybody's a tweener, but this like you don't need it. Like Ricky should not be a heel right now. Ricky needs to be a face. People love him the way he is, and there's no reason to change him just so CM Punk's ego feels better. I don't get it. Yeah. And the thing is CM Punk is getting the boo city everywhere he goes other than Chicago. So when he does go for that actual championship on I don't know, September 2nd, that's the only time he's gonna get cheered. They're gonna do that match right then and there. Guarantee it.
And that makes sense. Okay, cool. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't need all this extra. Like this fucking Ricky thing. Like it doesn't need a belt. It's a one line. He explained it perfectly. That sold you on it. You know, it's like, I hope I can live with the loss. I hope you can live with the win. Okay, cool. I'm in. I'll dig this, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't need all this bullshit. It's just killing time where you could have had, I don't know, a second women's match.
Settle down.
Just saying.
Settle down.
I'm sorry. Residuals from last week. I apologize.
Yeah. Or every other week. But okay, so the main event was for the AEW Tag Team Championship match. FTR did retain. They did pull some tights.
Yes, they did.
But like they did it in the most classy way possible. Like they didn't it wasn't a full on super, it was just a little. This match was amazing. I thought the after the match was even better because it again is proving my point. I feel 100% more and more accurate.
I'm gonna give you a quick stamp there, just a real quick stamp, a tease of a stamp because it's not fully complete yet, but a little tease of a stamp.
It basically became fully complete on freaking Dynamite.
Well, when we get to that, you might get a bigger stamp. I guess that's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
I mean
the entire size of our screen.
He's got the belt, and I love that Cole turns around, offers his back for him to stab him in with it. Right? Yep. And he can't bring himself to do that. And I kept waiting because I had you in my ear. I kept waiting for the super kick to come from Adam Cole, and it didn't. But
yeah.
I now 100% believe it's coming.
Right?
I'm in, dude. I'm sold. You got me. It's coming. Yeah. It's going to be great.
He's going to Shawn Michael the shit out of him. Think he's got his buddy, and next thing you know, whoop, whoop.
So good. Oh.
And he's just gonna look down at him, and then here comes Roddy. Roddy starts kicking on him. Here comes Kyle O'Reilly. He starts kicking on him. Bam.
I think that Roddy and Kyle. My guess, if we're fantasy booking this turn, which we obviously are, Roddy comes out with Kyle to ringside to try and talk sense and all this, and MJF's like doing this whole, well, we all could be friends, right? And I was like, I got this, and then that's when the turn happens, and then Roddy and off comes the neck brace finally, and they go to the ring.
Yeah, like legit, like Roddy and them are gonna be coming in there. It's like, why is the carpet wet? I don't know, Margot. You know, like legit, it's gonna be that style of moment right there.
Big applause there. Okay.
You're welcome.
Let's move to Dynamite in just a moment. So one bit of news I saw.
Oh, I hope he comes out on a goddamn rascal.
Oh, the Roddy Rascal. Oh my God. So Jamie, after we broke that out, I broke that out. I just want to take credit for every once in a while I get one that lands, so I want to take credit for that. But after we broke that out a few weeks ago, literally that weekend, Jamie's like going with this girl somewhere or doing something, right? And there's a dude in a rascal in the middle of the street, and so he takes a video, sends it to me and Austin, and it's like, it's fucking Roddy.
I should probably post that.
You definitely. I don't know why you did post that, man. You should.
Well, because like you can easily get attacked. Oh, making fun of a guy in rascal. It's like it's commitment to our bit though, like about Roddy on a rascal, and like I just wouldn't want to spend the time trying to explain how funny it is to us to everybody else. So I just didn't post it. I might post it someday when I just don't care anymore.
If we were more professional, we'd make a clip out of the original and then put that in.
Yeah, or just put Roddy's head on it.
The face from tonight. So let's get to tonight. No, before we get to tonight, that's it. One thing I wanted to say, I did see news over the weekend that apparently, Jamie Hayter's rehab is not going as fast as we all would like, and she's probably not going to be available for All In.
She's not available, and Bryan Daniels is not available. We got updates on them today, actually. So nice little segue there. There's a lot more clarity to Bryan Danielson's rehab.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more with him. Like, you know what's in store.
Good.
So they're not going to rush him, everything like that. They don't know the timetable for Jamie. She doesn't know it. They don't know it. It's just weird.
Well, hers is a joint thing, right? It's in her shoulder.
Yeah,
joints are weird.
So it's more than just a separation, dislocation thing. Like, there is some kind of something going on in the socket. They're being very hush hush as to what it is exactly, which is totally fine. It's I mean, HIPAA, but like, it's a thing. I hope she gets healthy because she is amazing. The people love her. But I'm kind of happy with what happened today.
I think that Heather hit the nail on the head, and we're gonna save the ammunition for this, Heather. We want to save that. That's what we call.
I'm just gonna put a pin in that. Just put a pin in it. We'll bring it later. Let's put a pin in it.
I have faith. I'm Captain Positive over here. I have faith that she'll get through there. I mean, Anna Jay had like 3 surgeries on her shoulder, right, when she was out. So joints are weird. Bones themselves, cool, but joints, it's always fucking weird. So
you got a joint, man. Be a lot cooler if you did. Sorry,
that was on a silver fucking platter, wasn't it?
Hands down.
All right, now let's talk about Dynamite 200 with the OG stage.
Yes, so they had the heel face tunnels again, which I liked how they integrated into the new stage a lot.
I hope they keep
I kind of wanted to keep it.
I like the separate tunnels. I liked it in TNA. I like it here. I like it.
I'm a fan. So, we pontificated a lot about how shitty last week was, right?
Yeah.
This one was way better.
Immensely not gonna say they went out there and totally redeemed themselves, but they went out there and totally redeemed them. That doesn't count. That's me. Okay.
Yes. That's But every match was good, hands down. Every match was good, and lots of surprises.
Some awkward.
Yeah.
I think of one in particular. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So. We'll just go in order because I kind of want to save the best for last.
Yeah,
obviously.
Let's save the women for the end for sure.
And damn it, those women definitely deserved the main event. That's all I gotta say about that before I get on any kind of train about better booking. Those 2 women needed it, and they tore the effing house down. Just awesome.
We're gonna have plenty to say here in a few minutes. Just stay tuned, guys.
So you had Chris Jericho and Kensuke Takeshita going against Sammy and Daniel Garcia. And can I just say, this crowd was hot to trot from the jump. And they were pro Daniel Garcia dancing.
Daniel Garcia, well, first of all, Danny's from Buffalo, so he's not far off. He wrestled in Hartford or Tampa. No, it was Tampa. Why was I thinking Hartford? They were in Hartford on Saturday. That's why.
Yeah, no, they're in Tampa.
Never mind.
And this match was excellent. Takeshita definitely did a great job as a heel. I really loved that. And I mean, the big thing was there were some shenanigans at the end, and Jericho got the win over his 2 former guys. Like, they're definitely setting stuff up. Daddy Magic came in afterwards, and they did the interview thing saying, "Jericho Appreciation Society family meeting next Wednesday. You're gonna be there." Like, okay, got it. That's the weird part for me.
Yeah, the whole mopey Chris Jericho bit is the one that gets me. Like, he reluctantly went for the cover after Callis interfered. He's all like downtrodden when, Daddy Magic walks up to him, and I'm just like, that's a weird Chris Jericho in my book.
He needs to go super heel here. Like, he needs to say F everybody and go to alone. Especially if you're going to have MJF being your top potential face.
Mm-hmm.
It makes a lot of sense for Jericho to be a top heel and then continue doing what he does and giving his rub to the younger talent, the younger face talent that desperately needs it. So you could have him finally have a legit feud with Sammy, and Sammy is the face because everybody still kind of hates Sammy. I mean, the baby kind of helped him a little bit, but this could help Sammy get the rub to become a face again. Like, he's giving him another rub because he gave him the rub the first time to make him relevant.
Right. No word about the walls of Takeshita or the.
Oh, yeah.
That was a solid line tamer. It was short, but it was a solid form.
His legs were a little bit too far apart for me because it's more like he was like doing a super lunge and not just like a normal lunge. I know he's tall, but you know, like he's got some improvement on his Takeshita tamer.
But he has the knee on the back of the neck, so
he sure as shit did. Sure as shit. Daddy likey.
Daddy likey.
Ooh. Jamie likey. Jamie get wingy. Yes.
Yeah. Moving on. So Tony Khan, go from one awkward moment to another. Tony Khan comes out with.
Okay. So I just want to be. Okay. When we talk about this, I have to ask you: did you count how many times he blinked? Because I did.
I think I'm going to as soon as we're done recording.
So he talked for what, 30 seconds thereabouts?
Give or take, yeah.
He blinked 3 times. Like I was watching, I'm like, 1, 2, and this is like then a long ass pause.
I mean, the man's got social anxiety. It's okay.
And then like when he was like, talking about the people guessed all in, and then that's the perfect time to blink. He's like looked deadpan and he just smiled without blinking. I'm like, that's creepy. Like,
so you're saying we need a Tony Khan blinking coordinator. AEWjobs.com. Let's go. Or
they need to put a blink counter every time he's up.
That's super meta. I love it.
It's like, bink.
I was really waiting for it. It's like, all right, what announcement is he going to do? No, I just introduced the thank you video, which is a nice little recap of the past, 4 years. So, okay, cool.
Yeah, that was nice, honestly. I didn't care too much about that whatsoever. But I got excited for Dylan McKay, artist formerly known as JP. His segment, even though he's still not allowed to talk. Either. Like, he's not allowed to talk.
She said, you all know super rich people don't know how to act normal.
I mean, he could be a clone like Jamie Foxx. Have you heard all this stuff about Jamie Foxx as a clone? Has anybody else like gotten to that?
Jamie Foxx is what?
Yeah. So Ice Cube right now is saying that Jamie Foxx is a clone. Because like he got super sick and like they say like he's blind and like in a wheelchair and all of a sudden he's like doing movies and he's out and about. So they totally believe that he is a clone. Yeah. So Tony Khan's a clone.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody else is like late night TikToks, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my god!
Ever since I joined TikTok,
no, I just play Zelda late at night. I don't peruse around the dark corners of the internet as much anymore. Zelda more than enough eats up my time. Hey, I got my second stage last night, so there's that.
There you go.
Slowest playthrough ever. Sorry, tangent.
So the FTW champion Jack Perry comes out and he's like, all right, Jerry Lynn, I'm ready to beat your ass. Like in the most convincing way possible. And Jerry comes out and says he can't because it's child abuse, whatever. Then he's got enough screws in his neck. Like his was really weird. But then Walk by Pantera starts playing. And if you are an ECW original fan, like this gentleman right here and that gentleman right there, you know what that meant.
You know, it's time for the whole effing show.
And RVD came out.
High as a kite.
Dude, like he floated to that ring.
So stoned. I love it. I love it. Yeah.
You know, they
It was
had
a little
whole
weird.
thing.
It was a
little weird, and then he did the Rob Van Dam, and then they tried to get him with a chair, and he tried to hit him with Van Daminator. My favorite part of the whole thing was when Jack Perry got into the ringside area and tried to use that little girl as a human shield. That shit popped me so hard. It was amazing. But looks like we're setting up Rob Van Dam versus Dylan McKay, JBJP at All In.
Nope, next week.
Next week, it's going to happen at All In, dude.
It's on scheduled for next week.
I know, but it's happening at All In.
Okay, all right. I like the interview they did later on.
For the belt.
Okay. I like the interview they did later on with Renee, who could not keep a straight face the whole time she was interviewing RVD. Yeah. But no, he's saying, hey, I'm famous for winning a title and then just retiring. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I won't. I don't know. And I'm just like, God bless you, Rob Van Dam. You're a pillar of humanity.
I straight up pinned.
I gave him a slow clap on that because
that
deserves a pin.
That's effing amazing. So damn good. All right. So in the first of, I would say 3 surprises, it was RVD. The second one was this one, the Anything Goes match. You know, makes me think of Indiana Jones Temple of Doom, you know, and they're singing that "It goes." Like, that's what I was kind of expecting there. But yeah, so you had Trent Beretta, John Moxley, and Penta Jr. I'm not going to call him Penta El Zero Miedo.
They just started calling him Penta.
Jr. Yeah, he's Penta. Pentagon Jr. Yeah, he's Penta. This match was amazing.
This was the fuck tables match. For one.
Yeah. Bully Ray went like this.
I know, right? But you know how much I love me just chaos. And there was chaos in the best way. Like these 3, I expected it between Penta and Trent. They've worked a lot together, right? You know? But these 3 just they were fantastic together.
Oh.
So good.
Trent, people sleep on Trent.
Oh,
they do. And they shouldn't. He's also kind of amazing.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, that's fair. His face did get jacked up. And then he's going to turn around in 3 days and go up against the same dudes in a
parking lot brawl in Jacksonville. I like the throwback. I also, you know me. So in this episode of Dynamite, we got a lion tamer, albeit a little bit, rusty, but short. But we got a lion tamer, and we got a giant fucking bag of tacks.
That wasn't just that was the jumbo size bag.
that was like 9,000 tacks right there, just laid out.
He went to Costco and bought that bag.
And man, did they use the piss out of them for like in succession. Spot. I'm like, so many tack spots. Yes. My desktop rose. Sorry, that was a bit far.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think we can come back from that.
Well, it's been fun, guys. We'll see. Yeah. Maybe down the road.
Yeah. It's because Yeah. Okay. Anyway, moving on swiftly.
I didn't think I'd break you on that. Oh, and Trent gets a surprise victory too.
Yes, Trent Beretta got the surprise win. Was not expecting that at all. As soon as he saw John Moxley in a match, he instantly assumed John's winning. But then it just like all hell broke loose afterwards. Totally believe that they're gonna set up best friends and BCC and the
Death Triangle.
Death Triangle in a 3-way like lose all your blood match.
3-way English Revolution of Guy Fawkes. I don't know, something English themed brawl match.
Yeah, like your P's and Q's match, like, but you have to fill pints and quarts with blood. I think they could do that. A P's and Q's match. That's perfect. I just came up with a new one. John Moxley's already signed up.
John Moxley halfway there. Shit.
Yeah. All right. So after that, though, you had the in-ring segment of Mr. MJF, and what did you think of this?
I went through there's like a range of emotions here, much like MJF. Because he comes out, and now we've got, and I wrote it down because I didn't want to forget this, an emotional, vulnerable MJF, right? Sharing heartfelt stories. He's always teased some of these before, but he gets really into it, like a little bit uncomfortably into,
Oh, the cheated on. Like, that's why doesn't have a fiance anymore.
That's why he's not getting married. Cheated on the quarters and the harassment story, which is apparently legit. I mean, that's something got a little, but so you have that, and then this is where the stamp comes out. I'm gonna give it to Jamie before he starts talking because he's a scumbag, but he's your scumbag talking to the crowd. And there's
Sure.
your are some scumbag chants, and face MJF is on, and he calls out his best friend, Adam Cole. So of course I think the turn's coming, right? Well, it did.
No turn, ladies and gentlemen. He offers him a contract. He goes, "You deserve a match. You don't deserve a match. You deserve the match at the sporting event." Blah blah blah. It's the only match right now that's officially announced for All In that I know of. They were supposed, like, I heard that they were going to start announcing like 3 or 4 because we're like 3 weeks out. So you would think there would be more. But
I mean, they don't need to sell any more tickets, but
they had the Love Fest and they hugged it out afterwards. Like, this is so setting up the most epic turn of all time by Adam Cole. I'm going to be so happy when I'm officially right, like 100% on this, where they did the complete flip, just like I called the Brett Baker flip. Called that too.
You nailed that one. Nailed that. We're regretting it now, but you nailed that one.
Yes. So, I mean, I should be a booker, but whatever. I digress.
AEWjobs.com. Let's go look at it. I was waiting 3-4 times for the turn as well, but you can feel the build that they're doing. Oh, cool. Heather's going to be there. In Nashville, so I'll get to see pre-betrayal. Okay, so she's going to go home for Wembley. She's going to be, that's awesome. No, they're setting up. You can feel the setup, right? And when it happens, it's still going to be amazing. There's those turns that come out of nowhere. Hello, Shawn Michaels at the barbershop, right? And then there's those turns that are coming, but are like the most satisfying turn ever, right? That's what this is.
Yeah, it's gonna be epic. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna send MJF down a path that he's never been down, and then you get the ascension of Adam Cole. Like, yes.
Plus,
give me some of that.
We get the best Roddy memes after they hug it out.
Like, when he threw his big ass baby fit, I was trying to think, where have I seen this? Like, where have I seen that level of a fit? Like, in wrestling or anything like that, because their friend got the match that he wanted. He manipulated the guy in order to get the match he wanted. I'm just trying to think of a time that happened. And I've missed it, but I know I've seen it. Like, that's the thing. Like,
it's a trope almost. I mean, shit.
But like, when's the last time you saw like
This
the dude's
big
face? Yeah, was it? Brian Danielson, Wyatt family stuff? No.
Not really. I mean, there was Jericho KO, right?
Jericho KO when KO got his match that he wanted. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And Jericho had those fits of rage where he used to throw lots of shit. Yeah.
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 That's a good question for the community. Let us know. Give us a comment down below. Hit us up on X.
I mean, I can think of one. And that's when Eddie got his match and Benoit made the face.
True.
Back in the day. But that's a long time ago, and
we don't like talking about Benoit in
far
general.
away. Yeah.
I mean, I love the fact that, Roddy, to the point, they got the Kingdom comes out, which people might not know the history of the Kingdom and Adam Cole, right? But they come out and they're like, oh, it sucks to find out who your real friends are, right? Or something of that nature. I can't remember what. But Roddy, still in his neck brace, throwing a fit, temper tantrum, like,
It was weird, though. I didn't know who was talking to him. Because that person always says who he is.
God, I hate that
every time he talks
so much.
I'm Matt Taven. I'm Matt Taven.
All I can think of when he says it is the South Park Matt Damon. Matt Damon. It's officially canceled now because he did that and he did the stupid joke earlier. So it's good seeing you guys. Have fun with Jamie.
Yeah, it's just like.
No, the only thing is that by the neck brace, Heather, is that he got it post. What was it? The Owen Hart tournament. He went up against Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe beat him, and then he choked him out further after the match. But apparently, he did it worse than anybody he's ever done it because he's been in this goddamn neck brace for 6 weeks now. I don't know. I love the shtick of it, though.
So moving on, let's get to arguably the worst match of the night, which is not a bad thing because it's still a great match. That's the thing.
Say that.
It was still a good, fun match, and it was arguably the worst match.
Yeah, I hear you.
That tells you the level. The only reason one was higher is because of somebody's tag partner, not somebody. But we're gonna get into that. So you had the Elite coming out, going against Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal, and Satnam Singh. Fun match all the way around. I loved how they were playing up Satnam Singh like he was so big and Matt was gonna face him, and then like he was just like right there on him. My highlight of this match for sure was Karen Jarrett, sorry, getting the spray in her face.
Yeah,
that just made my heart happy because I hate that woman. Like she gets X-Pac heat from me,
as she should. Being a wrestling fan. She should.
Yeah, she's terrible. But the big news today, I don't know if you saw this.
I did.
But yes, the Dark Order has re-upped with a 3-year contract. So they are going to be with AEW for the next 3 years, 2026. But the E in AEW is also staying around for at least another 3 years. That's right. The Bucks, Page, and Omega all signed long-term extensions. Omega and the Bucks are still EVPs. That was also the other big news out of that.
That to me is the bigger part of it. They weren't going to WWE. They were going to resign.
Yeah.
But
even
would
if it
they
was a
still
little
be
less money.
EVPs was my question.
Yeah.
There's no reason for them not to be.
Yeah. It's a title for them right now. They don't. I mean, they might do stuff in the background like they used to, but not like they did because this is a different machine than it was then.
It's definitely Tony Khan's company.
He's definitely made it his company.
He pays for everything, so he should. Just saying.
Just put that out there.
Oh,
so
let's talk about what happens next, though, because this got me excited.
Are you talking about the AR Fox Darby Allin stuff?
I am.
Okay. So first off, thank you for giving AR Fox the ability to speak on national television.
Absolutely.
Homeboy deserves it.
For one.
And he can speak way better than a few of your other people. I'm not gonna name names, but one of them's Dylan McKay.
Not gonna name.
Yeah. So this whole thing, and I know you have lots of words, so I'm just gonna get to it.
No, you go first. I'm gonna get into it.
All right. So they did this whole mogul embassy thing, like, you know, why he joined, like, you never gonna pick up a phone and let me know that you're going to AEW, blah blah blah. And then they go and beat the hell out of Nick Wayne and like his training buddies and bloody him up and all this. And then they call Darby while they were bloodying him up, which I thought was a nice touch. And they just said, you know, this is how a phone call works, blah blah blah. We're the ghosts of your past. I'm like, ooh wee.
In a way, it did, Heather. Heather said it felt like, for those of you just listening, our friend Heather, who's chiming in on live chat. You can check us out live, of course, if you haven't already, and you can chat with us live. Said, it feels like the beginning of an 80s American martial arts movie.
I'm replacing her pin with a new pin because no retreat, no surrender is amazing. But if we're thinking of anything, I would have been thinking more best of the best. Because y'all know, if you remember Best of the Best, ladies and gentlemen, that did have a few people in there. It did have the late Penn brother. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. And they had Julia Roberts' brother, Eric Roberts, as like one of the main guys. But like it starts off with this Asian boy and his brother gets killed in a match by a Korean guy who he ends up fighting against, who's got a patch and shit. Like it just 100% made me think of that right there. To your point, excellent job there, Heather.
It's a martial arts movie.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so I wasn't expecting to love this like I did. Here's why. Let me fully explain myself. Why I'm going to pontificate here for a minute. Okay, the beginning, fine, whatever. I was happy to see our Fox get this, and then Swerve's like, we should show the latest movie that I made, right? And then they go into it, and it's them walking on to a very familiar set because it's Nick Wayne's house, the Buddy Wayne Wrestling Academy, the garage behind their house, right? And it instantly reminded me of it's another one of those. It's a classic trope, I know, but going to someone's house to beat up somebody they love, right? How many times did this happen in WWE and WCW in the 90s? All the damn time, right? You know, hell, Brian Pillman pulled a gun on somebody, you know, in one of those things. But so it's a throwback a little bit to that. But here's my takeaway from them doing that. First of all, I think it's good use of Nick Wayne to get him screen time, but not get him, you're trying to force him over, right? He's an accessory right now to this feud with Darby, with one of your top guys, right? Good, cool. That's good use of him without actually using him, right? So I think that, once again, if they don't fuck up Nick Wayne, they have a megastar on their hands in 5 years. So I like that first. I love this kind of, because I wasn't sold on some different Swerve angles that they tried before, right? Like him against Keith Lee, just because they had a history that maybe some people knew and maybe some people didn't. And that was it for his story. Didn't really have, I didn't love that, right? And then the Mogul Embassy, when they formed it, was weird. And then the second iteration, or the Mogul Industries, when he formed it with like the two, with, you know, Parker Boudreaux and Mr. Tattoo Face, right? That was weird. Yeah. And then Swerve is such a great talent. We saw him tear the house down at Wrestling Revolver, right? This man is special. And he is creative as hell. These guys finger on, you know, what's hip, if you want to go that way right now. And I like this. Him, AR Fox, King with Prince, whatever, right? You know, I don't mind if he's, but him and AR Fox, it's almost like this renegade outlaw black man group, basically, right? I love that. That's so freaking good. And they beat the living shit out of Nick Wayne. Cool. It looked great. It was fun. It was cool. They have Nick unlock his phone and dial Darby, and they throw him on it. But that's why I love this so much. It's like this is the proper perch for not just AR Fox, but for Swerve. And I think that they could print money with this as a tandem group, whatever faction. I am in on Swerve's Mogul Industries now.
You hit the nail right on the head, because I agree. I was confused at the beginning, didn't quite understand what was going on. It's kind of like, what's that movie? What's a perfect, like, if you miss a second of it, you don't know what's going on. And there's so many of those types of movies.
Memento.
Perfect. That's exactly, actually, it's funny. That's the movie I was thinking of. So
great movie. You haven't seen it, check it out, guys.
I mean, that's kind of why I was like, I don't know the new movie. But anyway, like, it's kind of nailed on the head. But anyway, if you've seen Memento, it's absolutely amazing. But yeah, like, you're confused the entire time. And then at the end, you're like, whoa, that's a great movie. Like, wow, that's a great movie. And that's kind of what's going on now with this whole thing. Like, AR Fox being paired up with Swerve makes so much damn sense. It gives them both a vessel that they need in order to excel and become better. They could be tag champions. They could do more than that. They could do all sorts of things, but this could definitely grow those two to be absolutely dangerous.
Right. Is it a little on the nose that you're putting the black guys together? Well, maybe, but it's still good.
Yeah. I
mean, Nation of Domination was that, and it was good. I mean,
New Day.
New
Day started out as heels. Remember, church loving.
Oh yeah,
heels.
the really kind of like heely, like, gospel group, right?
Positivity, but they were doing heel stuff, and then they became the love of wrestling for the longest of time. And I can easily see this happening with them as well. So,
right,
I'm in. I'm down. Yep. Let's make this happen. All right, so let's just move on.
Mm-hmm. We just got 2 matches left. That's all we got.
Yeah, the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champion, Aussie Open. Great to see Aussie Open, of course.
Oi, oi, oi!
Against El Hijo del Vikingo and Commander. So I thought we were.
I want to hear your thoughts on this one. I do.
So I thought we were going to be in for a long night for the first time that Commander got tagged in. I don't know if you noticed this, but he got tagged. Then jumped and did his things, and then everybody else made him look slow as shit, though. Like, everybody else's pace is what he needs to be doing. He is still a baby, and I don't give him that benefit of the doubt ever, because I'm kind of a dick like that. He is just so damn slow, and Aussie Open was so damn fast and so clean. Vikingo, so damn fast, so damn clean. But when Vikingo was calling spots for Commander and they were going the same pace, Commander shined.
Yeah.
That's the thing. He needs somebody like that to push him, because if he does it himself, it literally took him 15 seconds to jump up on the rope, jump over onto Vikingo, then onto the guy. He could have already been up on the rope, got his balance, popped over and done it, and like, it would have looked way cooler. But no, he has to take his sweet ass time because he overthinks his spots, because he's a spot monkey, and I get that. But there was other spots that he did that were amazing, absolutely amazing, because of other people's pace.
Yeah, the double 450s, the double rope walk back moonsaults on the outside.
Yeah.
Woo! Vikingo is special. I mean, come on.
You mean the rope sprint from Vikingo? Like, he is magical on them ropes. Like, that's all there is to it.
There's a reason why AAA was so protective and so iron grip on him wrestling outside of their promotion for so long, right? Because, man, this guy is special.
Yeah. They better be paying him lots of money because here in a little bit he's gonna get offered lots of money.
Oh, they give him a lot. He I remember like when he signed that last deal there. I know that, kind of like the Mexican wrestling press, they were all like beside themselves because he got more, significantly more than Psycho Clown did. And Psycho Clown was like is Mexican wrestling, right? Is like he is the embodiment of AAA and everything. And they just opened the floodbanks and they're like, why? He's not even a mass luchador. It's like, no, there's a reason why, but
yeah, because he's special. And I'm not saying Psycho Clown isn't special. He's just a different type of special.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's generational talent like Psycho Clown, and then there's generational talent. Like
he's a transformative talent, Vikingo.
Yes,
right?
There you go. Transcending talent. Ooh. I like that.
Welcome to Big Words with Jamie and JJ. We'll be here all week.
Yes, as we pontificate on wrestling.
Look at our vernacular go.
Yes. I used to say, so fun fact, like Maggie always hated when like I always mess with her and I always said verbiage.
Oh.
Instead
Thank
of verbiage.
You for telling me that. Okay. Thank you for telling me that.
Because I'm like, oh yeah, it's like, we just gotta use the proper verbiage. And she just looked at me like, yeah, I know what I said. Because she's always like verbiage. And then like her and I always used to like literally break when somebody goes irregardless. It's like,
I remember that got you. I remember like a meeting, a team meeting we had back when Jamie was Mr. Cuss a lot. Somebody said that I think I had moved on to your team for what, like 3 weeks maybe at that point. I don't remember. I was still pretty fresh. And somebody said, and you just lost it. It was fantastic.
Irregardless. You mean regardless. All right,
we're going to keep up the verbiage. Let's keep it going. All right.
Yes. So regardless, irregardless, Aussie Open gets the dub there. Excellent match. Honestly, when Commander is pushed, he shines. When he doesn't, he is slow as hell. He can't be a singles wrestler right now. That's all there is to it. That's my point, and I'm sticking to it. Maybe him and Gravity. The other
Gravity, maybe, yeah.
All right, so now you have the main event, the AEW Women's Championship, Toni Storm versus Hikaru Shida, and my God.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Jamie, Heather, anybody else in chat either. By my recollection, this is the 4th women's main event, right? I tried to think about it. We had the women. You had Britt versus what?
Oh,
the Macabre.
I physically want to fight the pronunciation of Macabre. Yeah, because I'm like,
if you're phonetic, it kills you.
Macabre. Yeah, Macabre. It's
Speaking
not Macabre,
of which,
it's Macabre.
Why is phonetic spelled with a PH? That's just a cruel joke, right?
I mean,
phonetic. It should be anyway.
Why the hell is Psycho PSY?
Pterodactyl. There's no P in front of that, right? Pterodactyl. Speaking of which, and of course,
we just calmed down this whole rabbit hole now.
We're off the rails. We don't care anymore. No. Big rest in peace. Big love to Paul Rubens out there. 100%. By the way, speaking of pterodactyls, so. That's so good. No, from my recollection, I think this was the 4th women's main event because you had Britt versus Thunder Rosa, lights out. You had Britt versus Thunder Rosa in a cage for the title. You had Ruby Soho versus Britt Baker at the first Grand Slam. And I couldn't think of another one. I think this is
Tony's first win. Tony had one too. This is Tony's second main event.
Okay, so Tony's first title victory. Okay. Over Jamie? Was that over Jamie?
No. Because she became interim. Forgot how she became interim now that you say that. I know she's got one in the bank too. I just don't remember.
Well, it's not a lot. That's the moral of the story. 200 episodes, and we're trying to figure out what the
4,
5th,
4, 5. Yeah, so this match, top to bottom, like as the young kids say, this match fucked. And it was really, really good. Like we got top tier Hikaru Shida, and we got top tier Tony. Like here's the thing. I fell in love with Shida during the pandemic. Like her style is right up my alley.
Mm-hmm.
She's technical with that hard hitting. She's Japanese strong style.
Strong style.
Like that's my style. Like that's what I dig. And she just brought it tonight. And I mean, she's literally like, I'm gonna hit you. Can you dig it?
The first third of the match was just them trading blows back and forth. Like,
yeah,
just go, 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 go.
Yeah, I knew we were in for a good match when Sheeta's hair was already out within the first 3 minutes. Like, you know, she had the thing up and everything. It was like, it was everywhere. And it's like, yep, we know how this match is going to go. But
I thought they did. I mean, they gave it more time being the main event, right? Not a ton. I think it was a total of 13 they got, maybe 14, give or
about
take.
double what they usually get, yeah.
Which is fine, you know. I don't know if they needed more than that because they told a great story in this match too, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and there's ups and downs. You had Saraya and Ruby played their part just enough, right? You didn't have any extra shenanigans either with that. So I loved everything about this. And it boggles my mind that we can't do this or at least come close to something like this every week, right? If you're only going to have one match, make it a good match. Have two matches is the answer. But this was, like you said, the beginning of a makeup for how terrible they have been.
Yeah, this is a good step forward to your point. Like the fact that the Outcast got involved, she got spray paint in the face, was able to still find a way to retain off of a sweet roll up. Like so much goodness out of this, and no one would expect a women's title to drop this close to a pay-per-view on national TV.
Yeah.
It's like, what kind of storyline are they going to build out of this? And they need to build it quick. Like, are they going to do a rematch? Are they going to do something different? Like, are they going to do Shida with two other people, like Britt and Sky Blue, or Britt and somebody else going against the Outcasts? Like, you know, it's going to have Britt in there somewhere, you know? And then are they going to redeem Britt with that? Because, I mean, Britt's looked rough her past few matches. Like, people have been protecting her. And
I don't want Britt right now on my TV.
Sheeta's so good. Like, it's just ridiculous how good Shida really is. And Tony's amazing too. But this needs, like, yeah, like to the point, like they got the main event without any build up. And the one time that you had the build up, it absolutely tore their house down was the lights out match. Because they had all the build up.
Yeah.
They said none.
I mean,
and it still tore the house down. Match of the night.
I mean, but there was a story to be told here with that. And they told it very quickly. Cool, right? Mm-hmm. But it still had that emotion. And I think a lot of that has to do with the players involved, right?
Yes.
Shida can convey that in a way, right? You know, and Tony's tops of the game. Love her or hate her, she's one of the best women in the world. Okay, she goes to town.
Plain and simple.
What is their plan for All In? I don't know if they have one. I think they did up until the point that Jamie got hurt. And to Heather's point, like she mentioned earlier, Jamie being out. Yeah, there's that pin. I forgot to remove it. Thank you, Jamie.
Gotcha.
To Heather's point, with Jamie confirmed to not going to be healthy by All In, right?
Mm-hmm.
They got to have a different plan rolling here, because if it was at all possible, you'd want the Australian who wrestled in England for how many years in Toni Storm versus the native English woman Jamie Hayter, and then you make that the co-main event, because that's going to tear the roof off of Wembley. So I don't know what the plan is. I'd love to say Julia versus Shida because that'd be my year. I'd be done. It's like, all right, no more wrestling. I don't need to see anything else, But it's not going to happen because Julia's not going to be able to make All In.
So if this is my thought, and this is me fantasy booking a little bit, of course, like I never do this, but the Outcast does have an English wrestler.
Okay.
And she's not exactly the level she used to be. She actually, her last match looked pretty decent. And if you are in a match with somebody at the level and ability of one Hikaru Shida, I would do that. That would sell. Saraya versus Shida.
Yeah.
Tony's amazing. Or maybe you make it a fatal 4-way between Britt and all of them, so then you have everybody there, like all players involved. Tony, so then it'll feel like a handicap match. You have Tony, Saraya versus then Shida and Britt in a fatal 4-way. I'm in on that elimination style. Honestly, is what I really like.
We don't see those for shit anymore, man.
Last one I remember that was elimination style was The Rock, Stone Cold, Big Show, and Triple H at WrestleMania. That's the last one I remember. It's
been a while. The closest they've come.
Big Show was the first one eliminated.
Of course he was. The closest thing they've come to that since then has been King of the Mountain, right? Which is sort of elimination style,
Yeah. So
my worry is that they're gonna just throw like Sky Blue out there with Britt and Shida to go against the Outcast and the 6th woman.
I wouldn't mind Sky Blue because she's a far superior wrestler than Britt, but and
I'd be happy for them all to get a little bit of exposure on a card that big. It's the biggest wrestling show of all time. Sure, right? So, emotions mixed, right? Do you want to give everybody a shot to be on the show? Or do you want to put a
fatal
really good
4-way?
match?
I think fatal 4-way gets it because then you have the two. Then you could build the story of the Outcast going against the 2. So it's 2 against 1. As long as the Outcast wins, we're good. Blah blah blah. They're not gonna fight against each other. Then this is gonna happen. Then you have a little dissension because like Saraya's going for the pin. Tony pulls her off. What the hell are you doing? And then like you can create storylines out of a fatal 4-way that you could build for 3 weeks. Makes tons of sense.
I'm with you. I'm in. I would like to see Sky Blue as the 4th, not Britt, but Britt's gonna be on the card for All In. I know.
She puts fans in the stands, and she is very Miss Company. And maybe she's just got something going on, like because she has put on great matches. Like that's the thing. Like she's just either not putting in the work or something's going on. Like I gotta give her the benefit of the doubt.
I don't like hate Britt. It just feels like I hate her effort in the past month, right? It looks like she's not even trying. And I don't know if that's
the thing. Like something's going on.
Does she have an injury we don't know about? And she's being who knows? Something's happening though that is making her apprehensive. I don't know. I agree with Heather's statement as well that a good match is what I want to see. Period. I don't think they're going to do that. If I had to put money on it, I would guess on a 6-way or a six woman tag match.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, they have to put the title up. Shida needs to retain. It just makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in on the fatal 4-way.
Well, then what would you do for All Out then? A week later.
Ruby's waiting in the wings.
Ruby finally wins a title.
Oh.
One day she's gonna win a title. Give her a TBS title for like a week. I don't care. Give her something.
Yeah, Heather just hit the nail on the head. The thing I noticed with AEW women is that they can get very uneven in match quality. Yeah, and it's like, and the funny thing is too, to that point, Heather, it could be the same exact wrestlers. That's the messed up thing. Like it could be the same exact women.
Yeah,
like facing each other again, and like the first match is amazing, the second one just blows. Like it's just one of those things. Like Britt, when she was on, she was a top 5 wrestler. Like that, she was on. But lately, it's like either she's got nagging injury, like I know she's got back issues and all that, like maybe that's what's going on. Yeah, Anna Jay, perfect example. Like Anna Jay had some bangers and like sucked, and then now she's kind of back to being good. Julia's been solid, like she's been working her butt off. Sky Blue's been putting on banger after banger.
Willow's Captain Consistency, and everyone loves Willow. I would love to see Willow at All In. Oh my god.
Or Willow at All Out. Either one.
Willow, yeah, I can see her all out.
Yeah, but Willow's in another storyline that they're trying to build up, I think, with Ring of Honor.
Her and Athena, yeah.
Yeah. Because she came out and made the save against Mercedes Martinez.
Right.
At Collision. So there's definitely something brewing there. But yeah, a Fatal 4-Way makes sense. And then you maybe have Ruby waiting in the wings. Like, or you set up a number one contender that will face the winner at All Out. You could set that up on that Wednesday right before, like in the middle, and make that Ruby.
Right. Because it's, when are they doing a Collision? They're probably doing a pre-tape Collision that week, I'm guessing.
Oh, yeah, they're going to do a pre-tape. There's no way.
Yeah, I don't think they have any other. I think they're going to England. That show is happening and they're leaving. There's no other. It'd be nice if they had like a house show of some sort for England, but
yeah. And did you see that? Like, it's gonna be on at noon.
Well, it's in England. It's 6 hours ahead of us.
It's in London, England. Yeah. So
I kind of dig it because I usually wake up at noon, so I'll wake up, get my breakfast sandwich, sit down, watch All In.
Are we gonna do a pre-show? Because Jamie doesn't have anything going on. Finally,
I don't think we need to do a pre-show. Let's just do a post-show.
Post-show.
It'll be a real easy post-show, and we'll be done before dinner.
I'm in.
Talk about easy Sunday,
Easy like Sunday morning.
Doo-doo. Now,
Nice.
Let me double check one thing. So that's the 27th, and then we have the 3rd is All Out.
Yeah, that's Sunday.
That's going to be an American hour, so yeah, that'll be a night show. I don't know. I kind of dig the whole noon start, dude.
Like a matinee. It's like, going to a matinee. Go to see Barbie at a matinee.
I mean, like when they do like this, when WWE did the Saudi shows, it was at a weird ass time, right? But this is 6 hours ahead, so it's at starting at their evening, our midday. Cool, right? I can do this. I like it.
Yeah, 0 hour starts at 11. It's like, bruh. Yeah, I mean, I'll still watch it. Yeah, I'm gonna buy it.
I'll try to. It is like I said, I sleep in on weekends, so we'll see.
I do not.
Well, you have 4 small females that run around your house all day, so
that's an accurate statement. 4 plus a wife,
yeah,
and 2 dogs, and a cat, and a softball team now. So
plus your 1 dog is batshit crazy.
That's an understatement. Literally, he was afraid to go outside because it was raining. Not even thundering and lightning. Raining.
For what it's worth, my dog loathed the rain. Like snow. I had a small dog, right? But if it snowed, I'd have to go out there and grab his ass after half an hour because he just kept playing in it. And his whole freaking leg is caked, and I had to run warm water under his paws to break up the ice. Loved it, right? If it was barely raining, just glue on the feet, wouldn't even go through the door, right?
I mean, that feels right.
That's how dogs be, yo. We've gotten off the rails for the last time, I think. So
You think so?
Loved this episode, top to bottom. Like you said, there wasn't really anything bad on it. Yeah, I thought the RV stuff was a little bit odd, but it wasn't terrible. And if you're going to pull somebody from that era, RVD is the best person to pull because he's still
active and still good.
Stuff. Right.
He's still good, actually. I mean, he's not all the way where he was, but he's pretty damn close.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure.
Well, we're about 3 weeks out. So the only rumor I've heard for anything booking wise for All In is I don't get this. I don't think this is a good idea whatsoever. But they're talking about Will Ospreay versus Chris Jericho.
Will Ospreay, Omega 3, make it happen.
That's the easiest booking you've ever done in your life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ospreay's going to be on the show. There's no way he's not going to be on this show.
Yeah. Ian, I'm dying. With everything going on with Jericho, that makes zero sense.
No, it doesn't fit
zero.
You have him deep in storyline shit here.
The Elite have nothing going on right now. Perfect. Let's make it happen.
And Ospreay doesn't have to drop the belt, right? You know, it'd be better if he didn't drop the belt, to be honest with you.
It'd be better if he won, for sure. He needs that win.
That'd be amazing. We shall see. Well, anything else you wanted to add, Jamie?
No, I just way better show than last week because God bless America, that was terrible.
Let's hope they keep this momentum going. Okay, so I know they got TBS title shot, Mercedes Martinez and Chris Statlander this Saturday on Collision, right? You know,
yep.
I think that's going to be good. We've long been fans of Mercedes Martinez and Chris Statlander, so hopefully they can keep the train rolling. Let's see what else they get booked for All In. But we'll be back next week, same bat time, same bat channel. Keep an eye out. We got more stuff in the works. Nothing, to announce as of yet, but more stuff brewing in the works, guys. And as I always say, because we didn't really talk about it at all, support your local wrestling. Please go support local independent wrestling.
We got a few dates coming up that we're looking to do, so we'll be on the road, be posting more to Tiki-Takis and going from there.
Gonna do the stuff here before Jamie gets full on in the softball coaching world.
It's gonna happen.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We appreciate you giving us some of your time. Jamie, take us home.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not down on Total Spotfest, I got 8 words for you.
I know you are, but what am I?
Very good. All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
Peace.